What's up, Fantastic Squad? Your boy Sad Tech. When I see the title, man, I don't know how long of how much of the video I'm gonna react to. It's 29 minutes, man. It's a long ass video. The most viewed courtroom moments of all time. Just react to 5 people confess to murder in court, some shit like that. The Road 2K, man.
Is Jeremy Christian, who was found guilty of murdering 2 people in Portland, Oregon. Christian was on a packed train when he suddenly broke out on a racial rant towards 2 young women. You can see bystanders step in to attempt to stop Christian. Unfortunately, the situation escalated, and Christian stabbed and killed 2 men and seriously wounding a 3rd. You can see Christian fleeing the crime scene. Passengers of the train followed him, and he was arrested about a mile away. During the arrest, you can see Christian in the back of the patrol car.
Oh shit. Put that boy in a plastic bag.
Christian was later found guilty of 2 counts of murder and attempted murder. Now at the sentencing, one of the victims delivers a victim impact statement, and this is where Christian has an outburst.
To Mr. Jeremy Christian, your mom should have swallowed you.
Oh yeah.
You are a waste of breath.
Yep.
And when you die and go to hell, I hope you rot.
See you there.
That's it. Damn.
After Christian is escorted out of the courtroom, the judge sentenced him to 2 consecutive life terms, plus more than 25 years for his other convictions. This is Daniel Villegas. He spent 18 years in prison for a double homicide he never committed.
Hey yo, this is the worst fear of all time right here. Being convicted of something you didn't even do, bro. That's gotta be the worst pain. That's gotta be the worst shit to ever happen to anybody, bro. Doing something that you know you didn't do, but you spending 18 years of your life in prison, bro. That's gotta be the worst fucking
In El Paso, Texas, Villegas was arrested at 16.
He got arrested at 16 years old, bro. He took away his 20s, took away his high school graduation, college graduation, if whatever he wanted to do.
El Paso detective reportedly threatened him with beatings and the death penalty if he did not confess.
Like the prime of his life is around that area.
Villegas signed a confession that was prepared by the detectives. He tried to withdraw his confession a few hours after, but by then it was too late.
Wait, what?
Not confess, and they reportedly threatened him with beatings and the death penalty.
Hey yo, detective reported. Hey yo, you can't do that.
If he did not confess, and the teenage Villegas signed a confession that was prepared by the detectives. He tried to withdraw his confession a few hours after, but by then it was too late. He was charged with 2 counts of capital murder. With the false confession being the only piece of evidence, the jury was unable to agree on a verdict. Villegas had a retrial, and the jury returned a guilty verdict, and he was given a life sentence. After spending 18 years in prison, the verdict was thrown out, and Villegas remained out on bond, where he got married and started a family. But now, we're in the 3rd trial.
If the defendant will please stand.
This is the moment that Villegas will find out if he'll go home with his family or be sent back to prison to serve his life sentence.
The state of Texas versus Daniel Villegas. Verdict form B. We, the jury, find the defendant Daniel Villegas not guilty of...
Villegas is now a free man.
You are no longer under any conditions. You are free to leave. Thank you.
Reportedly, Villegas has filed a lawsuit against the city of El Paso.
Good shit.
This is Austin Myers and Timothy Mosley. They were both convicted
why
of
do I feel like I heard that name, Austin Myers?
Murdering 18-year-old Justin Back in Waynesville, Ohio. The 2 men, Myers and Mosley, went to Back's house in an attempt to rob a safe that belonged to his father. During the robbery, Back was strangled with a choke wire.
The idea of strangling him, that way it would create no mess
pretty much be an easier job to handle. Obviously, Justin was trying to put up a fight, and he wasn't overpowering us.
Justin Back was then stabbed 21 times
Damn.
until he died.
Justin was trying to ask us why. He was pleading to stop and pretty much begging for his life.
On trial, Mosley testified against Myers to obtain a plea bargain where he pled guilty and was sentenced to
Damn. Shit, it be on one, man. You went to crime with this fool. You went to crime with this dude. And he snitched on you the first chance he got.
He was pleading to stop.
obtain a plea bargain where he pled guilty and was sentenced to life in prison. Finally, for Myers, he takes the stand in front of the jury, asking them to spare his life for his family in hopes of avoiding the death sentence.
Bitch. You just killed someone. What about their family? Or his family?
Me to die.
Fuck
Someone
outta
that cause
here.
more pain and suffering for another family. Not me. It won't hurt me. I won't feel anything. It's gonna hurt more innocent people.
Shut up.
This is now the father of Justin
Shut
Back
up.
speaking.
I'm not going to stand up here and tell you how much I hate you. That is without question. I would just hope that every time you close your eyes at night, you see my son, Justin.
After the jury recommended the death sentence, this is Myers' last chance to plead for his life in front of the judge.
I think there's a lot of good things I can do with my life if you allow me to keep my life.
And the judge doesn't buy it. He
Yeah,
hands down the
the
maximum
book.
sentence.
The defendant does not understand how precious life is. Therefore, the sentence of death shall be imposed upon Austin Gregory Myers on the charge of aggravated murder.
Nothing but a slight nod. At just 19 years old, this made Myers the youngest Ohio individual to be put on death row. He is currently awaiting his execution at Chillicothe Correctional Institution.
There were so many lives destroyed by this, and it was just for nothing. I mean, there was no money in the safe. There was nothing in there. They did this for basically nothing.
There was nothing in that. Oh, brother.
This is Michael Swanson, who was 17 when he went on a killing spree of 2 Iowa gas station attendees in the span of an hour.
Damn.
Where did you shoot? On the body? Yeah. And in the face? In the face. Okay.
Oh, crazy.
Why the face? I thought I was just gonna shoot to injure her. Why would I shoot her at all?
Swanson entered a gas station in Algano, Iowa, in a ski mask and a handgun, demanding cash and cigarettes from 47-year-old Vicky Bowman Hall. Despite following the request without hesitation, Swanson still shot and killed her. An hour later, in Humboldt, Iowa, Swanson repeated the same act in another gas station, this time killing Sheila Myers. He was arrested 60 miles away from the shooting when authorities identified his vehicle. With both victims following his request but were killed anyways, it indicated that murder was Swanson's primary goal.
Oh, weird
How
as
did
that.
it feel when you pulled the trigger?
I do not
Some people
like.
say that, it feels
I
powerful.
don't understand
or
people like this.
that it's kind of a rush, or what did you feel when you pulled the
Like,
trigger?
y'all be ruining the whole world with this type of shit, bro. Like, you can't even enjoy shit without like people being in fears, like school shooters and just like shooters in general, regardless. Like, bro, y'all ruin. Like, why? Just shoot yourself, bro. Just get it over with. Like, shoot yourself.
It feels powerful.
I hate to say it, but like, I'd rather have y'all kill yourself than go out and kill other people, bro. And it,
If it's kind of a rush, or what did you feel when you pulled the trigger?
I know they do it for a rush or something. They clearly not right in the head, but it is annoying, bro.
Swanson was charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder and 2 counts of burglary. All allegations of Swanson's motives were answered by himself.
I then intentionally, deliberately, and with premeditation shot the clerk, causing her to die. I did this with a specific intent to kill her.
Now, as one of the victim's daughters gives a victim impact statement, Swanson sits completely emotionless.
How could you do what you did to my mom and my family? I want to know if you're even sorry. Are you sorry for what you did?
Definitely not.
My mom was not only completely 100% innocent, but she was also a defenseless woman when you came in with that gun. You said you did it for cigarettes and money and so no one could identify you, but I think that's a lie.
That's a cap.
You
That's
did it,
cap.
as you later said on, that it was so you could feel powerful.
As Swanson was sentenced, he smiled and laughed.
Cold-blooded murder. Cold-blooded
So
murder,
funny.
young man. You are dangerous. You are unpredictable. Prison
And they gotta put people like this in like one round with Mike Tyson or some shit like that with the lion. That's gotta be a death penalty. You gotta get in a lion cage, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta suffer. Like I hate to say it, but you gotta suffer, my boy.
For the rest of your life.
Swanson was given 2 life sentences and 4 years into
I was gonna
his
say
sentence.
Mike Tyson, but that I was like, bro, there's something crazy. You put him in a lion cage. Cause I was thinking of Mike Tyson and Hangover. Mike Tyson has a lion or tiger. Hey, put that tiger with him. People like that deserve, bro.
This is Bryce
I ain't gonna lie.
Rhodes, who is currently on trial for 3 counts of murder in Louisville, Kentucky.
Let me know if I'm crazy with that. Like they gotta put these these weirdo killers and shit like this, like killing innocent people, pedophiles and shit like this, in like a lion cage, bro. Fuck the death penalty.
Reportedly begun his killing spree when he shot and killed an innocent man, mistaking him for another individual. 2 brothers, a 16-year-old and a 14-year-old, were in the car when Rhodes committed the murder. Because they were witnesses to the crime, a few weeks later, Rhodes killed those teenagers as well.
God damn!
Like cool, we play basketball. I'm cool with a lot of people.
Did you hang out with him on a regular basis?
It was cool. Yeah, we hung out different times, you know. I need a lawyer, man, if you're gonna keep all in my face.
Trials have been going on for years due to Rhodes' erratic behavior, starting with blowing kisses to people in the courtroom, which included the family of the victims. And next, making hand gestures, which included the family of the victims.
Hey, chill, bitch.
And next, making hand gestures.
Ma'am, look at me, ma'am. Mr. Rhodes, you're smiling. I don't know why you're smiling.
Because I can. It's not a crime to smile.
It's not a crime to smile.
I don't know why you're
It's not a crime to smile.
Because I can. It's not a crime to smile.
I would suggest you do what helps you, not what hurts you.
Okay. That's what I want to do. Let's get that understood.
Rhodes
Wow,
once had to
that
wear a
guy's
spit
so
mask
bad.
because he spit on this attorney.
Oh, that was what's in the thumbnail. Okay, I was like, what the fuck that dude wearing?
Cheap shot. You a coward. Nice cheap shot. Coward.
Now, in another court appearance, Rhodes makes some bizarre accusations towards the judge.
I don't know if y'all got some type of sexual relationship going on. Are you some type of racist? Which one is it?
Or are you just wrong in everything that you make?
Bro.
Are you a secret Ku Klux Klan member?
Yeah.
With Rhodes' in-court behavior being out of control and him firing several of his lawyers, the trial has been extended much longer than expected. With it still in action, it's safe to say that Rhodes will not be back on the streets anytime soon.
No shit.
This is Antonio
Antonio!
Barbo, who with his best friend Nate
I'm not happy to see him, but I just react to react to the live
brutally
video.
murdered his great-grandmother in an attempted robbery in Sheboygan County, Wisconsin.
We got in, and then I looked to Nate, he nodded, and then I took the first swing.
Okay, and when you say that you took the first swing is with the hand axe?
Yes, sir.
The boys, who were both only 13 at the time, had
Let's skip this. Yeah, I seen this already.
framed someone else for the crime. A few days
They try to frame someone.
on in result in his final.
Bro, fake crying. Bro, think we're gonna feel bad for him.
Christopher McNabb, who will be
Christopher!
5 years old.
Bro, tatted on his
This is
eyebrows.
Christopher McNabb, who is facing charges for the murder of his 2-week-old child in Covington, Georgia. After the child's mother reported the baby missing to police, local law enforcement immediately launched a search. Later that night,
2-week-old baby, bro. Yo, like this the type of people I'm talking about, bro. Lock this fool up with a bear, lion, tiger, shark, or some shit, my boy. Like they gotta go through the worst pain of them all.
McNabb is seen in front of TV cameras begging for his child back.
I want my kid back, man. That's my child, man. I want my kid, man.
The next day, the child's body was found in a nearby wooded area. The cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head, which was later ruled a homicide. McNabb was arrested and charged with the murder of his own 2-week-old baby. After he was found guilty, we now move on to the sentencing. McNabb can then be heard claiming his innocence.
I'm innocent. I didn't do it. I've maintained that the whole time. I would never do this. That's all I gotta say. I would never do it. I'm innocent.
And now the judge lets McNabb unknowingly choose his own sentence.
You claim you're innocent, so you tell me what sentence the man or woman that you claim did this should receive.
If you ever find out who did them, they deserve to be under the jail.
Okay, so they ought to get the maximum sentence.
Most definitely.
Okay, on the crime of malice murder, I sentence you to life in confinement without parole. On considering the death of another, I sentence you to
After McNabb was handed down the max sentence, he was moved to Hays State Prison in Tryon, Georgia, where he is serving his life sentence.
What was the evidence?
Georgia, where he is serving his life sentence. This is Susan Mellon. She was sentenced to life in prison without.
She only got like 20 years left. Oh, I'm sorry. And there's 15 minutes left. Might as well just finish it. You know what I'm saying?
Based on an untruthful testimony. She was 42 years old when she was arrested in Los Angeles, California, at a McDonald's while taking her daughter to get a Happy Meal. But that was the last time she would see her child for 7 years, as she was charged for the murder of an ex-boyfriend.
She's 42?
for murder.
Mellon's conviction was based solely on an informant who claimed that Mellon had confessed the killing to her.
Stupid.
She was in prison for a total of 17 years until the informant was proven to be a pathological liar and an unreliable witness. And now, this is the moment that Mellon's case is finally overturned.
I was wondering why she was hugging, but like, bro, I'm sorry. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that 20-year remark that I just made. Because they just ruined 20 years of your life right there. 17 years. I'm sorry. Hey, damn, I'm sorry. That was hey. When I said that, I said it to a killer. I thought you was a killer. I'm sorry.
The judgment is vacated. The conviction is overturned.
That's tough, man. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's the worst. That is the worst.
From tears in one moment to jumping in joy the next. When released, Mellon took her daughter to McDonald's to deliver that long-awaited Happy Meal. The state of California awarded Mellon $597,000.
That shit ain't shit, bro. She lost 17 years of her life, bro. There's years, and only give her give her like $5 million. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot, but I'm just saying. She lost 17 years of her life. You only get one of these things. So
in compensation.
I don't think that 500 is crazy.
The Los Angeles City Council agreed to pay $12 million to Susan Mellon.
Oh, who was the 500? Oh, I need to shut up.
This is Nico Jenkins.
What was the? Oh, I remember Nico. I've seen this. But what was the 500K? I need to shut up though. Hey, she got 12 mil. Still not good. Still not. Doesn't equal 17 years of life, but 12 mil is better than 500K. I don't know where the hell.
Convicted on 4 counts of murder when he went on a killing spree in the span of 10 days in Omaha, Nebraska. At 15 years old, Jenkins was sent to a youth correctional facility and served a 10-year sentence in prison for carjacking and assault. A month after his release, Jenkins shot and killed 2 individuals in a robbery. 8 days later, his next victim was a former inmate he originally met in prison. He was shot and killed in his own garage. 2 days after that, Jenkins killed his 4th victim in a carjacking. Jenkins was arrested for unrelated charges. Killed his 4th victim in a carjacking. Jenkins was arrested for unrelated charges, but it was here that cops were able to pin the ammo used in one of the killings to Jenkins.
You not realize I got Nico Jenkins? Do you not realize that? I got Nico Jenkins. I got you. What do you mean you got me? I got your DNA at the murder scene. I got your DNA in the car. Sir. I got the weapon. I got Nico Jenkins.
Jenkins pleaded no contest to 4 counts of first-degree murder. He also waived his right to a jury trial, meaning a 3-judge panel will decide if he is innocent or guilty.
Each one of these murders was a deliberate and planned act. The victims were pre-selected and the murders were purposeful.
After Jenkins is found guilty of all 4 murders,
fucking tats. That boy looks scary as hell. I do not want to.
He sits still with a little movement, and now comes his sentence.
Therefore, this panel finds that the death penalty is appropriate, should be, and is hereby given for each of the 4 murders by the defendant.
As Jenkins is sentenced to death, he seems to be completely unfazed. He is currently incarcerated at the Nebraska State Penitentiary awaiting his death sentence. This is Ryan Stone, a Colorado man that went on a crime spree that spanned 5 counties and was broadcasted live by a news station's helicopter. Stone was convicted of carjacking 3 vehicles, including one with a 4-year-old inside the SUV. Authorities said when Stone sped away, he led police on a chase at speeds over 100 miles per hour. If we rewind here, you can just barely see a vehicle that Stone was driving clipping a trooper with the Colorado State Patrol as he was trying to place stop sticks. He ended up with serious injuries. You see Stone pull out another victim from their vehicle and drive off.
Damn, Sean, hey, Sean, at that point, no, don't even try to get back in the car. Hey, don't even try it. Hey, you got your car stolen. Hey,
vehicle.
No, I get you trying to get your car back, but at this point, that boy's seated in. You're not pulling that fool out. But on the other side, this dude playing GTA, bro.
Drive off.
That
He
dude
heads
playing
right
GTA.
into a busy intersection.
Oh.
And now the chase is on foot. He books it off the road into a parking.
Bro, this is dead ass GTA, bro. Like, you know when you get them stars, you get like those circles of where the cops can see. You hide around the corner, and the stars start blinking. You're almost away, my boy. You're almost away.
As he slips on the ice, he loses his jacket. Cops now close in, and he finally surrenders. Stone is now in the county jail, but he believes he should be getting paid for his internet fame while bragging to his friends about the high-speed chase.
Hey, did you know I made the news in the UK and Australia?
Oh, no way, bro.
What? Yeah, I'm paid by
Who the hell is this girl on the right? Why are they acting proud and shit? Like,
Channel 7 News, I believe, is going to be the one that gets paid for that. Well, I'm going to contact Channel 7 News. I want to get paid. You guys are getting paid using my name and my video footage.
During his opportunity to address the court about the recordings in jail, Stone blames it on emotional stress and the use of drugs.
We are going through trial after that. It was a week and a half trial. Extremely stressful. One of the phone calls about seeming like I was bragging about making international news, this, that, and the other. That was within the first week of being arrested. Still coming off of drugs.
Stone was convicted of 18 charges, including attempted manslaughter, child abuse, and assault. Then, the judge sentenced him to 160 years in prison.
Damn.
This is Tanner Jacobson, and to his right is Cody Howard, and they're in Chehalis, Washington. They are both dressed in prisoner uniforms and handcuffed as they appear on the 3rd floor of the Lewis County Courthouse. Jacobson is in for charges of reckless driving and driving with a suspended license. Howard is in for charges of second-degree burglary, first-degree trafficking in stolen property, third-degree driving with a
I don't know how much that would be, but this don't sound reckless driving
and driving with
the suspended license. How long would that be? That's not much, right? Assuming they didn't kill no one or nothing.
Warrants for failure to appear in court. Right here is Judge R.W. Buzzard.
Take off.
It appears there are no deputies in the room. Then Howard and Jacobson decide to do the unexpected and make a run for it. First goes Howard, then Jacobson.
The judge goes after them.
It appears this bystander almost goes after the escapees, but is held back. Judge Buzzard doesn't hesitate. You can see him ripping off his robe and going after the two men. They just made it out of the courtroom, but they're still in their handcuffs and sandals.
Buddy tripped like an idiot. You're dumb. You're weak as hell for that.
Now, in the 3rd floor stairwell.
Buddy didn't twist an ankle for sure.
Judge Buzzard is closing in. With only one more floor to go, it's going to be a close one.
It's going to be a close. Hey, that judge is moving. God damn. That judge is moving.
After Jacobson takes a quick look around, he's out the door and gone.
Why he stopped like that though? Why he hesitated?
For Howard, not that easy. Judge Buzzard caught up and captured him. Jacobson was later picked up a couple blocks away.
I only get like 4 blocks and then I stop. Like I just stopped on my own. I'm like, what am I doing right now?
I said, what am
Now you realized it? Bro, you in there for a suspended license and reckless driving. You would have been out in like, I don't even know how that shit work. I'm not even gonna give you that, but you would have been out pretty quick. But now you just escaped, bro. You can be in there for a little bit.
And captured him. Jacobson was later picked up a couple blocks
away.
I only get like 4 blocks.
Yeah, I just got tired, bro. Like, what the fuck am I doing? Why am I running out? Like,
I said, what am I doing? What did I just do? I gotta go with it now. There's nothing, I can't stop right here. There's nothing I can do now. I'm screwed.
We were sitting there on the benches together and he's like, I'm gonna run. It was just a split second, like, decision. I don't even know why I did it. Like, I would be out of here if I wouldn't have ran.
They were both charged with
second. Like, you, that's what I'm saying.
escape. Reportedly, Jacobson was sentenced to 1 year and 1 day.
Now you in there for a year, my boy. Like you would have been out that day, like you said, but now you're in there for a
Howard
year.
was sentenced to just over 3 years behind bars. This is Kimberly Kessar, who was charged with the murder of her coworker in Nassau County, Florida.
Jordan Beard is Jolene Cummings' cousin.
Kessar was working at a Tangles hair salon under a fake name. She reportedly was on the run for 25 years and wanted in several states.
Damn!
Wouldn't be found until she brutally murdered her coworker with scissors and allegedly disposed of her body.
Bitch. You've been on the run for 25 years and you want to kill someone? Bro, like you just playing with life at this point. You've been free for 25 years. You know what you've done in other states. You know you got warrant out there. She just testing how much she could get away with. Like she really thinks she's John Wick type shit. Like
This is Kessar after she was arrested and awaiting trial.
Are we on mute anyway, so I can say whatever the I want?
We're not on mute.
Oh, okay.
And this is what it was like to supervise her in jail.
Began to remove feces from styrofoam trays in the back of her cell and smeared orange salt on the walls. She began to throw feces at Smith, Miller, and I.
Now, in the trial, she had to go to a separate room due to her outbursts.
I refuse them. I have refused them. I refuse the public defender's office. They appointed Jolie Cummings' cousin as my public defender. What, you don't want the public to know that?
And she continuously made false claims about her former public defender.
Jordan Beard is Jolie Cummings' cousin. Jordan Beard is Jolene's cousin.
She was later found guilty of first-degree murder and was sentenced to life in prison without parole. This is Dante.
Oh, we just seen this one too. Buddy just smile. We just seen this one on the live video to react to.
I used to have like to be
Now,
do you? That's
prison a religious accept the plea deal. He is currently facing a 25 to 52 year a religious farming couple living in Cedar Springs, Michigan, and they are charged with murder of their 10-month-old girl, Mary Welch. Reportedly, they told police they noticed the baby was skinny and underweight, but did not seek medical attention because of their religious beliefs and mistrust of medicine and the government. This is the 911 call of the father when he reportedly found his child dead.
How long ago did you find this child? It's about an hour and a half. I was waiting.
You're a little too calm.
Here for a thing to ask, you know, what's the next thing I can do. So you found the child an hour and a half ago.
And you just called. Wait. Oh, I'm sorry. I was like, bro, you sound a little bit too calm. I didn't piece together. It's been an hour and a half since you. All right. Okay, I didn't even piece that. Like it's been an hour and a half, and you just calling my boy.
Yeah.
Why would you call your lawyer first? What the fuck?
Time you had contact with the child? Last night,
Oh shit, my fucking jaw hurts, bro.
about 3 p.m. is, you know, she
Why?
was set, and, you know, that was that. Okay, so you put her to bed last yesterday at 3 p.m.
Put him in a cage with a lion
This morning at like
or a crocodile, alligator.
So you're saying it's normal for your children to sleep from around 3 p.m. till 10 a.m.? You know, usually about 9:30, yeah. And you said when you found her, she was already believed to be deceased, right?
And you wait an hour and a half.
And that's when you consulted with a lawyer? Yeah.
Why?
Do you believe she was beyond help already? Oh yeah, she was dead as darn.
Soon after, the autopsy revealed that the cause of death was
She was dead as a doornail.
Soon after, the autopsy revealed that the cause of death was malnutrition and dehydration due to neglect by the adult caregivers. And this is the moment they realize they will be spending the rest of their life behind bars.
That you're both charged with what they call felony murder while in the perpetration or attempted perpetration of child abuse in the first degree. They're alleging that you murdered one Mary Welch.
Yep.
That is a charge called
I
homicide.
wanna cry now. I wanna cry.
Felony murder.
This is fake
It is
crime and
life
shit.
without parole. It requires a DNA
Yeah,
sample
close your
to be
mouth,
taken
stupid.
upon arrest, which
Stupid.
is often like a cotton swab or in the inside
Oh
of your
my
cheek.
god.
The second offense that you're both charged with is called child abuse in the first degree.
Yup.
Where they're alleging you knowingly or intentionally caused serious physical harm
Yup.
to a child. They're talking about this Mary.
Y'all
Welch.
cry more than y'all were like on that foot. Cause on that voice call to the cop, you sound a little bit too
It is a felony.
together.
Possible penalty of up to
Like, you
life
just lost your
imprisonment
kid and you over
or
there
any
like
term of
just
years
regularly talking.
less than life.
Got the ass.
This is Damon Kemp. He is charged with the double murder of his roommates in Daytona Beach, Florida. Police were called to investigate a burglary at an apartment complex. And it was here Kemp allegedly confessed to the murders. He was originally staying with his two roommates when both individuals were shot several times in the apartment. During Kemp's bond hearing, he's now escorted into court in a wheelchair.
God! 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 God!
The judge tries to get Kemp's attention, but he's completely ignored.
Mr. Kemp?
God!
Damon Kemp. I'm going to conduct your first appearance.
God!
For the victim's family, it got so
trying to act crazy. You're trying to get that crazy shit.
So tough, they had to walk out. Kemp is currently in the Volusia County Jail awaiting his trial.
Someone just knocked this fool out.
This is Eric Kelly, who
Eric
was
Kelly.
sentenced to life in prison for a robbery and murder he did not commit in Passaic County, New Jersey. Kelly was 28 when he was taken into custody after a man was killed working at a video store. Kelly suffered a tragic brain injury, making him suffer a cognitive disability, and he had trouble processing information from detectives and allegedly admitted to the crime, even though he had not done it. Despite no physical evidence, he was convicted and put in prison. It wouldn't
Damn! That boy clearly got some type of issue and y'all just taking his word for it? Like, with no evidence?
be until 24 years later the case was reopened, and major advancements in DNA testing proved that Kelly was not at the crime scene.
Therefore, in light of the foregoing reasons, the motion for a new trial is hereby granted.
A new trial was granted, and Kelly is now outside of prison.
That shit just pissed me off, bro. Y'all be ruining people's life without even...
For the first time in almost a quarter century, still with the fear he might go back.
My legal team, I want to thank them. I want to thank my family. Just want to get back to like actually living for once.
Surprisingly, the prosecution later dismissed all pending charges against him. Kelly reportedly received $1 million in state compensation.
Bitch, you locked that fool up for 25 years. I just reacted to this if y'all want to check that out. Bro, 2K, man. That's a long ass video. 32 minutes, man. You just locked that fool up for, what, 24 years? And y'all just gave him 1 mil? That's it? What 1 mil gonna do? You just wasted that man's life. That boy was only 28. That's crazy. That's the worst fear. I don't know if I said in this video or the last video, but that's the worst fear. You ain't caught up for some shit you ain't even do, bro. That's wild to me. But we out.